Boku no Pico Academia and Black Clover have been in comparison to Serialization, debating which is the better series. But I'm not here for that. What I'm interested in answering is who deserves their powers more, Deku or Asta? It's a question that many people are making videos of, and any video that doesn't agree with this video is wrong, obviously. That's why you're here, to get the truth from me, an intellectual. So getting right into it, starting with My Hero Academia. In a world where heroes are a real governmental force, people with quirks are born with sometimes amazing superpowers like a shadow companion and useless ones like sticky hairballs. I don't know how he got into the academy, but he did it. He did it. Regardless, if you're one of the 90% of Japanese people on the planet, then you have a quirk, and everything's fine and you're amazing. And the other 10%, the losers, don't. Here comes in Deku. Deku was told at the young age of who the hell cares that he was actually one of the losers, go figure. And through the power of plot convenience, he was able to get the best quirk in the show all for one, making him the next potentially strongest hero. Now on to Black Clover. In the era where everyone is born with magic, Magic Knight serves the kingdom to protect its people, and those who don't have magic are losers. This feels oddly familiar. Asta wanted to be the magic emperor his whole life and even compete with his own talented genius best friend, Juno, I think that's his name. Don't quote me on that. And even though he was told that it's impossible to become a knight without magic, that didn't stop Asta. He trained his body day in and day out until the exams to become physically the second strongest character in the kingdom, and as a reward for his efforts, he got the Black 5-Leaf Clover book. So of course, this shows that Asta worked hardest for his powers and deserved it more than Deku. And Deku was just some kid who put in half the effort and almost gave up until All Might gave him some of his DNA. And you would be right if this explanation was right, but it's wrong. Shame on you guys for not figuring that out. I mean, not everyone could be a intellectual. See, the truth is, Deku did work hard. Against what everyone told him, he studied every hero on the scene and collected notes. And on the fated day that he met All Might, he was told to give up, but he didn't. And when All Might was worried about his own limitations and the crowd was too scared to move, Deku stepped forward. Not out of fame or a desire to prove himself, but because someone was in danger, and he could be the only person who could help. It didn't matter that he was weak and likely would have died there, for a hero's duty is to protect those in need. And that's the important thing. And that's the message that the show was trying to tell us. And as for Asta, well, Asta was not rewarded for his hard work, regardless of what you believe. Yes, Asta worked harder than Deku in some regards, but Asta got his powers for being the main character. Yes, I know, hard to believe, but it's true. By that I mean that there was no trial for him to pass, no test, nothing to prove. Asta got his Black Clover book because he has no magic, just like all the other losers in the show. And if you look at his demon magic that he gets later in the show, it might even have a connection to the previous Magic King or the great demon itself that was vanquished 100 years or something like that ago. If Asta didn't work out, if he just sat at home wallowing, depressed, and just said, fuck it, I'm a loser just like everyone else, I'll never be a Magic Knight. But for some reason, he decided to fight his way into the magic ceremony. He still would have gotten his Black Clover because he's Asta. But it actually goes a bit deeper than that. Over the course of Boku no Pico Academia, Deku spends most of his time trying to imitate All Might and become the same hero as him, to which he learns that he can't. No one can be All Might, not because the dude was freakishly overpowered, but because you aren't him, you are you. And it's a journey for Deku to discover the hero that he needs to be to make all for one his own quirk. Whereas Asta, while the series isn't focused too much on Asta's troubles with his own power, it is more focused on Asta's journey to prove himself as a Magic Knight. We do get foreshadowing that Asta's powers are related to the Great Demon once vanquished some time ago, and even some of his newer power-ups and weapons are directly stated to have come from other people. Again, not given to him, but just things that he has. In fact, I think the manga said his magic book is straight up the book used by the main villain, showcasing that these aren't the powers that he worked for. Whether through family lineage or plot conveniences, Asta would have gotten his powers regardless, and every power-up and every new weapon is just something that he would have always had, similar to Naruto and his nine-tailed fox. Naruto Naruto can act like he worked hard to get where he was, but he was the child of prophecy, the Naruto. No one else would have had the Naruto Fox, and those things were just his because he's Naruto. And it's not to take away that Asta or Naruto don't work harder or they don't put in the effort to get where they are, but it's these things were given to them because of who they are, not because of what they did. And that's the point. While many think that Deku is a boring character and appreciate the effort Asta has put into getting closer to his goals, the truth is Deku was a character that above all else discarded what society was telling him and was rewarded for displaying what it truly means to be a hero. And yes, while Asta didn't give up, he was narratively rewarded for his troubles, as in the character who worked hard finally got a break. So hopefully you all understand that you were wrong, and if you weren't wrong, then us intellectuals to move on to bigger problems that face society, like what is the meaning of life? Will my channel ever blow up? Is world peace attainable? If you enjoyed the video, please like, comment, subscribe to my channel, and thanks for watching. Peace.